What is going on, guys? Welcome to another show. Lots of stuff going on, and if you guys aren't subscribed to the Solo Season Universe, then you might have missed what part of this episode is going to be about. So, huge rift between him, Totes McGoats. I'm Frankie Two Fingers coming to you live. But lots of stuff going on back and forth. It appears that a TCW wrestler has lost a fight and lost his contract and is now signed, whether with his will or against his will, but now signed to the SSU. Yeah, big stuff. Didn't think that was going to happen. Well, it might have started with Witcher, but it is now getting into some other stuff.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
The other thing, probably like a little precursor to some of the other stuff, is you're going to see, look at that, the Bark Squad come join us today. You're going to see some of that stuff going on. A lot of work. We are talking probably hundreds of hours of work. Branding, not even rebranding, but branding the TCW in a way that is specifically ours. You won't see this anywhere else. Every single one of these wrestlers that you see up on the wall was taken out of the game. An AI, photorealistic AI image generated of that person, and then that image put back into the game for that person. So, absolutely crazy. You're going to see it in all the match cards. We've got almost everybody done. We've got a newcomer not quite done yet. What is going on, Jacob? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Sped, what is happening? Let's say hello to everybody first. Beast, first one in here. What is going on, my man? And of course, Wally, what is happening? Man, I'm gonna tell you what, Jacob. I know what happened to your Discord, so you can't exactly see it, but I've got a Walker Simbo logo, a set of them that is on another level. Walker Sisters not on the Meltdown brand, but on the Outbreak brand, but still absolutely crazy. And look, you're going to start seeing a little bit more of this. Drew Hawthorne walking Melinda down to the ring. Enough shenanigans has been going on that some of these wrestlers now starting to walk down with other wrestlers, making sure that things stay on the up and up, because we were talking about it at the start of the show. SSU invasion might have started about Witcher, but last night the SSU winning the rights to the contract of Blackheart. Yeah, Beast, your call is on the roster. But look, this starts happening where you start seeing so many wrestlers on the roster. It's hard to get everybody worked into their storylines.
From Birmingham, Alabama, Angela and her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, the United States Champion, the Phantom Melissa J.G.
Now, what's crazy, look at Melinda Gutierrez's face. That is a brand new face scan that I took. We uploaded, we took the picture, put it through AI, made a photorealistic image of her, put it back through AI. The AI image created a face scan. I then took that face scan, put it back in the game, and put it on her. She is one of the first to get the AI-generated face scans. I think it came out really, really well. Came out actually looking a lot more natural because I can control how the face scans come out now. So, absolutely crazy. But none of that really mattering here tonight, because at the end of the day, right now, Angela Starr getting a shot at the United States title belt. Can Melinda G defend that title belt here tonight? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the best version we have ever had of Melinda Gutierrez. I mean, I'm talking from movesets, just how everything lined up. I've never, there's been something about some of the face scans. Melinda's one of them this year. Last year, she wasn't. Last season, she wasn't. This season, yes. And it's one of the things. There's about 20 wrestlers that started me down this path out of the 100. About 20 wrestlers that weren't quite right this year, but they were really right last year. And then there were some that weren't quite right last year that are really right this year. So I wanted to come up with a way where we could always have the face scans correct and always have the logos correct. So I'm not waiting on somebody for logos. Look at that right there. You can kind of see Melinda right now favoring that right leg. And now getting back in control of the match. But you look at it too, you got Angela Starr, who is a former women's world champion. A lot of people don't remember that title reign because it did happen about 4 seasons ago, but she was a women's world champion. So every time you about count Angela out, she is going to come up and give you the what for. She'll remind you that, yes, she was a world champion and just exactly how she wrestles. Oh, Beast has got some big plans, to be fair. For a long time, to be like, I didn't really have a plan. I couldn't come up with the right things. Beast has a plan now. And if you watched his last couple matches, his moveset's going to be hard to beat. Now, here's going to be ultimately the problem. And does Angela stop it? Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But up to 8, I was going to say, Melinda's got the champion's advantage. She can lose this match and keep the title belt on a countout. So Angela, though, kind of getting things turned back around. And as soon as I say that, Melinda gets back to work. Oh! She told her, she said, hey, come on, bring it. And then Angela brought it with that kind of reverse cross arm. Now you're seeing problem with the left arm, problem with the right leg. Is Melinda going to be able to survive this match? Find a way. Oh, look, Drew getting involved. Eagle trying to get involved. Both guys trying to distract the other wrestlers. Melinda still down, but needing this to get back around. And thought she was sneaking up on her. Tried to go for the sneaky deaky, and it didn't work. Angela saw that coming. And right now, Angela controlling the pace. We saw early on Melinda actually controlling the pacing of the match, and now we see Angela Starr controlling the pacing. What is going on, Sam? Welcome to the show. Oh, that's just something. What's that whole face thing? That's just something. If you want it, I can do it. I tested it on my face, and it's possible with how it's hard to explain, but I trained the AI in a bunch of different areas. One of the things is a face scan, and we can do it. One of the thing is logos, and we can do it. One of the thing is there's actually 3 different kinds of pictures that we've trained it to do, depending on what chat I get in, that we've applied standards to. There's advertising There's record breaker cards. There's all these things now. There's probably about 20 different things we have trained the AI to do, and it's not easy. It's easier once you kind of have an idea of what you're doing, but and we have seen her win and set up the win in this match right now, and she is setting up for the Fafo Slam. Somebody right now effing around and finding out. 1, 2, 3, and Melinda will retain the United States title.
Here is your winner, and still United States champion, the Phantom Melissa J.G.
And I don't know if you guys remember before, but there was a time last year that I was talking to everybody about having what I wanted to call the Hall of Legends. And I couldn't get but 7 people to actually vote on the Hall of Legends. So I was like, what if I could put all the stats of our universe and the AI picks it based on statistical categories, based on the training I give it. And I did it. So it is possible. I had it predict the first 7 or the first 10 classes. If there was only 3 people per class, like how it would go. And I'm telling you, it's interesting. It would shock you how it went, like how it went down. So we're not doing it that way as of yet, but we do have Hall of Legend cards for legendary type things, like you defend a title belt 10 times. It's only been done 4 times in the history of the TCW. You defend it 10 times in a row. You make it, your deeds make it into the Hall of Legends. Not necessarily you. It's not necessarily the Hall of Legends, but right now we're putting the deeds in the Hall of Legends.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
And honestly, Sped, that's almost what it is. It's almost like putting the AI through boot camp. It's look up master prompting. It's very, very interesting. But the next thing, this match, this is kind of very interesting. Management in the back looking. Rapincha has been on a roll here as of late. So has Sarah, but you'd have to go over and watch her and Melinda G defending tag team title belts in the SSU. One of the best matches I have ever seen. Go watch the SSU's last match, their last live. They just did it last night. Go down in the comments section. I pinned a time. Click on that time and watch. I said 2 minutes. Watch the next 5 minutes of that match. It is some of the best AI versus AI wrestling I've ever seen in my life. And it is a tag team match that will have Melinda and Sarah in it. It is absolutely crazy what happened. The back and forth, like on both sides. But right now, let's look at something even bigger. We're looking at the Gate Crashers, and right now, every major tag team does have, including, this is the brand new badging of the TWO. No longer reliant upon other badging. The women have their own badging, the men have their own badging, and then the white logo, it's kind of a crossover for both of them. But going back through now, redoing all the logos for the tag teams, redoing all the logos for the factions. Like I said, the Walker sisters, amazing. The Walters brothers, absolutely crazy. The TWO, next level. Really, I'd say all of this stuff is next level, but you see Misty coming down right now. She's got a Rumble Championship. You have Cheyenne coming down wearing the Meltdown TCW women's brand. We are going to see a brand new design for the Universal World titles. No longer will they just look like the big gold belt. They look like their own belts now. So there'll be a couple things in there that we've done. It's very interesting stuff. But this, you look at these two, and this should be an absolute brawl.
Introducing the challenger from Russia, the Russian gladiator, Patera. And her opponent from Jefferson City, Missouri, the women's world champion, Shira Davis.
Guys, too, while we've got some time, get out there, share the show out to everybody right now. Whether it's in their Discord, you don't have to worry about sharing in mine, obviously, but in all the other Discords that you're a part of, get in there, share the links, let people know. If you run a YouTube channel, put it on a post on your YouTube channel, post it on Facebook, call your mom, get your dad involved, your brother who doesn't like wrestling at all, send it to him, make sure that we get him involved. He might enjoy this. This might be the gateway that he is looking for to get into wrestling. So get out there, let's get it done. Right now is the most important time to do this. Get out there, let people know, get them in here, make them a part of the community. We'll get them in on our Discord and we'll get things rolling. So, and this is the thing that we start looking at some of these wrestlers, and you look at the women's division. Again, best women's division out there. Show me another women's division better than ours. I don't think it's possible. But you're looking at kind of the newer upcoming, the new blood. Not that Rapincha hasn't been around for quite some time. She has been around now for a while. But you look, because, and this is another thing I don't think a lot of people realize when we're talking about longevity of the wrestlers. If you go back and you look at season 6, a typical season is 25 episodes. Season 6 was 100 episodes. So it's like, if you came in season 6, there's only about 125 episodes prior to that. And then we had 100 episodes in season 6. We've already got roughly 37. So when we start looking at some of these win-loss records, you're going to see I broke season 6. Every time you hit 25, you don't get to go over 25. And it starts season 6, A, B, C, and D. So that way we can look at real records and be like, hey, what were the real, biggest winning streaks of some of the times? Because otherwise, season 6 breaks all the records. You know what I mean? Now, saying that, just so you got a picture of that, if you came in season 6, more than likely, depending on when you came in, you're already been in, even though we're only one season later, you've really been in 3-4 seasons already. So, Rapincha has been around. You look at kind of the class that came in, you got Melinda, Rapincha, Sarah, Vanessa LeVay, Sid B, Anita T. Some of these people trickled in a little bit later, right? But these are some of the wrestlers that you got. So she's been around, unable. She had one real shot at a world title and unable to win that match. But you've seen a lot of stuff, and look. Just typical TWO stuff right now. Kylie and Misty both distracting Rapincha, and you can't even be mad. You got to keep your eye on the prize. You can't let things happen to where you get distracted. But Cheyenne can beat you in 3 moves. We say it every time she's in the ring. She has got 3 moves that I don't care if they were the first 3 moves of the match. They have a really good shot to beat you right then. And here we go. That's the start of it right there. Now, we've been going on for a minute in the match, but that is the first of the match, or the first of those 3. Now, Rapincha kicks out of it. She is setting up. She's just skipping some of the moves. She's like, no, look, 8-second ride, and it might be all over, but the crying. Can Sarah get involved? She does not. 1, 2, 3. And Cheyenne will retain the Women's Meltdown Championship.
here is your winner, and still Women's World Champion, Shy Girl Davis!
But again, when you see all the advertisements for TCW, this is one of the pillars, like one of the foundational members in the TCW, for a long time I said top 2 wrestlers, but now she is in the top 3 for sure. She doesn't have as many long wins, or as many title wins, but she has longevity wins. She actually holds the record for 9 straight title defenses of the Women's Universal World Championship. So yeah, she's going to be in the conversation when you're talking some of the greatest of all time. Hey, have a good day at work, though. Really appreciate you popping in here, Sped. And it's funny because we're going to get into something, too, that a little bit later when we're talking about, we kind of mentioned already, Blackheart lost his contract to the SSU.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Universal Hardcore Championship.
It might seem random, but it is not random at all. And this goes back into, if you wondered what the TCW was, if you wondered what the SSU was, we like to tell a good story, and there's a huge story involved in Blackheart losing his contract to the SSU. It is not a random thing. Frankie Two Fingers, resident historian, will let you know it is not a random thing. But look at the brand new look. We didn't really get a good look at him in the Rumble, but this is the brand new look. Recon Delta just letting you know where he lies. Going back almost to his original look, almost to the original style hair, almost to the original mask. At least the original idea of the mask. So Recon Delta trying to get back on track. World champion class wrestler might be looking to go after that world title yet again. Yeah, look at everybody in the crowd. They remember, and it looks like he's coming back. I don't think it's any mistake. Recon Delta coming out with his brand new look, the first title he wants to go after, regardless of who's standing in his way. But that Universal Hardcore Championship. Now, in true Hardcore Championship style, it will be a 2 out of 3 falls match. And he has definitely got his work cut out for him. But if he could survive the initial onslaught of Digital Dogs, he's got a real shot. And we know, we have seen him do it. Recon can absolutely take a beating and keep going. So and there's a couple guys here tonight where you kind of look at it and you're like, man, Digital Dogs in an absolutely brutal match last night in the SSU. Do you think TCW management then says, oh, let's go ahead and take it easy on Digital? No, leader of the TWO, of course they're not going to do that. They're going to be like, hey, let's see if we can attack the leader right now. Get that from around his waist, that Universal Hardcore title belt. So putting him in a match against Recon Delta, not doing the dog any favors. Andrew Dubbs was the other guy that was in the match with Digital Dogs. Andrew Dubbs is in a match here later tonight as well. So he is going to be in the main event tonight for the Survival title. But both men, absolutely phenomenal match. So go check out that match. The last episode in the SSU. Go check it out, see what's going on. What is going on? Tony Horton, welcome to the show. Man, I'm glad you finally made it too. We're glad to have you here. And if you're too busy to take a break and watch some live wrestling, you're right. You're too busy. I'm kidding. I get super busy a lot too.
Introducing the challenger from the good old USA, weighing in at 252 pounds, Recto Dalton. And his opponent from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 407 pounds, the Universal Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer, Dino Dog.
What's going on, Prime Time? Welcome to the show. Prime Time has been on quite the stretch here as of late as well. Current Intercontinental Champion, so not on this show, not on the Meltdown brand, right? But he is on the Outbreak brand, so absolutely going crazy right there. Yeah, I'm super excited about Recon's new look. Finally kind of getting back. Kind of had the All-American look before. But that wasn't really Recon. You know what I mean? Like Recon, a little bit different. But this is one of those things that he is going to have to do right now. Yeah, happy MLK Day to all you all out there. But this is going to be one of those things where Recon is going to have to find a way to get Digital on the ground and then keep him there. Right now, Digital doing the ground keeping, but really needs to work on getting him on the ground, keeping him there, and taking the fight. Man, I really like it. You guys can see off to the right, you look a little further, it says the best women's division leaders in women's wrestling. Love that one. I love the one that's over on the left side too, the Bark Squad. It's exactly what my two dogs look like, minus the superhero outfits, but you get the idea. That's where the Bark Squad came from. And this right here, that's exactly what Recon needed. But look, Digital knows that's what he needs, so immediately rolls out like you can see right now, Digital trying to wrestle a little bit smarter in the ring. Normally just gets after it, but trying to wrestle a little bit smarter here tonight after going through the brutal match he went through. And look, Recon's like, hey, don't got to tell me twice. I can sneak out too. Gets out, gets a table, and Dogs, it's like he didn't appreciate that at all. He didn't appreciate that one bit. And Recon he keeps throwing the lefts and the rights. Hit him with the right bow. Finally gets him up and over. You can see Digital leaning forward a little bit and Recon using that weight and momentum against him to get him up and over. But still landing on the outside of the ring. Again, that's one of those things that you call the great equalizer. You want to get back into a match quick. Drop somebody on their head out on that really thin rubber mat. The only thing under it, you can see it right where that ramp is concrete. So finds the megaphone. Finds the megaphone, and E.T. phoned home right on top of Recon Scunion right there. And you can see still see a little bit of Kane You can see a little bit of Hogan in there. We know Hogan kind of giving Digital Dogs a little bit of advice and help throughout his career. So kind of see the ode right there. Recon gets back up. But again, I don't know that he even knew he was there. Stopped it. And oh, you want to talk about not knowing where you're at. Digital might not know where he's at right now. He's got that breathing apparatus on the front of that mask. And Recon might have dented it, and maybe Digital realizes that, and he's like, hey, we got to end this match early. We're going to be running out of oxygen really quick. 2. Still going to be that 2 out of 3 falls count match. And Prime, thank you, brother, for buying your ticket. Again, we get a few more of the ticket buy, and we are going to go in depth how we are recreating the universe to make it even better next year in 2K26. Oh, that is the Delta variant. Does he get the first fall? 2. No. Delta still, or Digital still able to kick out in 2, which is amazing because it looked like he hit his head on the back of them stairs. And you can see Recon's not picking him up very far, but getting him up far enough. Maybe now he's wanting to go over and get that megaphone, see what's going on. See if that thing is on, you know what I mean? Getting after Dogs right now. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll get an in-depth look on how we're getting all these things. You can see all the amazing advertisement right there. Ozzy talking about the Yellow Brick Road. That's her finisher. The triple butterfly from Jay Savage, his finisher. The Maniacs, SC Jumpman and Milkman. Dubs over there. Misty, Rapincia. So lots of stuff, lots of things happening that we will be able to carry into the next game. But there's going to be 200 cost slots apparently in the next game, so that's really going to change some things where we might see some TCW greats come back now that there's a little bit of room. And that's going to be the big deal. Who do you want to see come back? You want to see Father Time? Do we want to see Father Time come back? Oh, well. Spud just says, hey, why don't I just buy all the tickets? Prime Time's got his tickets. Spud's going to buy 10 more tickets, so that does it. So we will definitely have the TCW podcast where I talk about how we got here. I will show you some of the stuff with the AI, which I think other companies would almost consider proprietary information. I don't see anybody else doing it. So, 1, 2, and Recon still able to kick out and do his thing. But man, guys, seriously appreciate you guys buying tickets. All the money goes right back into the channel. So very, very helpful, and it is a big deal for the community. And look at this. Recon hits him with the chair again, attacking the head. That was a frontal shot, knee right to that breathing apparatus. And Recon has been around for a long time, so it's not like he doesn't know. And there it is again, right on top of the chair, the Delta variant. And I don't even know how he did it. How did Digital just kick out again? Now, the one thing we hope for in this whole thing, is he going to try to put him through a table? Like, that's about the last thing, and I think Digital sees it, and he's like, hey, let's stand in the center of the ring and see what we can do. I can show you that. It'll blow your mind. I'll show you how I got the sizing of the images correctly for the match cards. I still think they're 10% off, but they're close enough for our universe. And I'll wait and do 1 live. And look at these guys. They couldn't get it done by themselves, so going back and forth, and not the position you want to be in. And right down, you can see the back of Recon's head hitting that table. Digital says, yes, please, to the table. What's he going to, he just throws on top of him. Table's trying to get a pin, but Recon hiding under that table. Huge punch again, right to that breathing apparatus. Is that going to change things? Whips him in. That was a rope-assisted Delta variant, but you know what happened. Digital saw it coming, able to stop it from happening, and now just going on a rampage. Going on a rampage. You can see right now he's like, hey, I wrote a little song about it, I want to hear it. Here it goes. The guitar didn't break. That's got to be a first. The guitar did not break. And Recon is lucky. That would have easily been maybe the first and second pinfall, and Digital's like, no, we're going to do it again. He has him again. Can he get it again? He does. 2, 3, and Digital gets the first fall, drops the Hogan leg drop, and wisely Recon rolling out of the ring to allow the match to continue. Can Recon... Look at that. Oh my gosh, Digital catches him riding dirty. 2, 3, and Digital Dogs will retain the Universal Hardcore Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer, Dino Dog.
I'm going to tell you right now, you can think what you want. I told you this was going to be the season of the dog, and it didn't start out that way, but right now there has been some changes to Digital's character as of about 5 matches ago, and since then, Digital doesn't seem like he can be beat. And the craziest thing is, it looked like Recon was well on his way to winning, getting in those big punches to the head and then going and hitting them 3 different times with the Delta variant. Did it work? No, it did not. Then Digital, smart, like Hogan, like I'm telling you, we saw that period where he was following Hogan around and living in Hogan's shadow, and what could it be? No, Digital was learning, and you can see it working now. Wisely gets out of the ring. Recon Delta, who is faster than him, jumps out. Digital's getting back in. Recon gets back in, and right when Recon turns around, bam, grabs him, choke slam. Game over. Crazy. I haven't even been doing the thing. I meant to do the thing, but I haven't been doing it. So let me go ahead and get her done. We got to get it going so that we can get this in. Make it a little more fun. Make it a little bit more interactive in the chat. Now, we look back and we saw Penny and Lady Rock win these title belts, and I didn't think they were going to be able to do it, but they end up winning these title belts, and now, in their very first title defense, not really getting like any easier. You see the women's Meltdown champion walking out, Kylie and Savannah, who makes her return, and both of these ladies have won world title belts too. Savannah not around very long, but crazy. She beat Ozzy in season 1 or 2. I want to say it was 1. But ends up beating right before the rise of the New World Order. So yeah, season 1, it was in the first 16 episodes. But a relative newcomer Ozzy probably thought it was just going to be like this easy thing going down, and then it turns out it wasn't. So Savannah gets in, sneaks that win, and gets it now. Penny and Lady Rock making their way down the ring. Current TCW United States Women's Tag Team Champions. Going to put their belts on the line, and you start looking at Kylie, and Kylie kind of a tag team specialist. Savannah not really involved too much in the tag teams, but now that she's back, that's the role that the TWO wants her to play. Heather D leading that. So what is going to happen with that? You can see Penny and Lady Rock both inspired by GC Rock, where Lady Rock will keep on the helmet. Penny will take it off. And look, Penny's been called the Scream Queen. So, you used to watch some of the older GC Rock streams. Penny would be on there screaming away. So, she can get on it.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's United States Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Santana and the Crusher, Kyle E. Watson. The NWO. And their opponents, the Women's United States Tag Team Champions, Lady Rock and Pretty Deadly.
So like I said, first tag team title defense for Pretty Deadly right now, and they are going up against a tag team specialist and a relative newcomer. So how is the TWO going to act in this match? Probably wise. You start off with the person used to singles matches with Savannah. You start her off in the ring first. Kind of get her going. And kind of let the vet sit back for a second. You know, you're not losing a lot of size in the match. Savannah, yeah, smaller of most of them, but not by much, so yeah, this is exactly how I would start it out at least. Get this going. Savannah now whips her over in the corner, and look, so far so good. Like I would think this would be the perfect start if you were the TWO. Things happening a little bit here and there, and you can see, like in the back, Savannah not even really sure where to stand. It doesn't feel right, you know, for her sitting on the outside. But I have a feeling the longer the match goes on, the more she'll kind of get accustomed to what's happening. And look at this. We don't normally see it, but Kylie going up top, and that is devastating. Absolutely devastated on the outside. You can see some of those on the side too. GC Rock, the Gate Crashers, Andrew Dubs. Some of these advertising posters are on another level. What is going on, Herbie? Welcome to the show. Herbie's another reason why a lot of this AI stuff happened. Herbie's like, wait, I didn't say nothing. I haven't, like, no matter what I've done, and I've tried, probably 15 different times to fix Herbie, like the face scan. And it's not that it looks bad. It just doesn't look how I want it to look. And that was another thing that kind of started down and I kind of stumbled upon how to train AI. Then I trained myself how to do it. And now we have a whole AI base on the TCW that has about 20 different commands that, or prompts or whatever. And it's not easy to get there, but we got there so far. So lots of cool stuff going on with it. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Lady Rock now getting Penny back into the match. And Penny's got a move that she can hit out of nowhere called the penny dropper. Next thing you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. You thought you were doing something, and then you get whipped into the ropes and the penny dropper happens. So right now on the poll, we got about a 50-50 poll right now. So as people come in, they get voting on this poll. Maybe they're going to decide who wins this match. Oh. I have never seen that move right there. It's in your, the controls in the bottom. Huge right hand, and look, she just got hit by the crazy move. Just got hit by that crazy move, and then huge right hand. That could have been it right there, but telling Savannah that she's got it, so Savannah not coming in to lend a hand. But, man, if I was sitting on, you got Frankie Two Fingers sitting on the side of that apron, I was probably going to be jumping in the ring trying to save my tag partner. Now Kylie, you can see, moving a little bit slow. Referee getting in the way, gets over, makes that tag. And right now the TWO needing Savannah to step up and kind of take this match for a little bit. And the only way that's going to happen is if Savannah right now can control the pacing. Oh, little ping pong. Little ping pong going on right there. And Lady Rock trying to get to the corner, but Savannah wisely stopping her from doing just that. Oh, now people seem to think right now that this tag belt is going to change hands. 67% going towards the challengers. And this isn't anything new for the champions. A lot of people didn't think they were going to win that last match. And honestly, we're getting dominated, and then out of nowhere, right at the end, doing what they typically do, coming back, taking control, and into that match quickly, out of the blue. It wasn't one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, we definitely knew that was happening. Kylie getting in, knowing Savannah needed some help, using the referee kind of as a shield right there. Now sitting at 75%. People in the chat thinking things are going to happen. Title belts will change hands. Now locking in that reverse armbar. But Lady Rock able to get out of it, give her a little helicopter for her troubles. Oh, and Savannah takes that one. Takes the shot to the stomach right there, but then immediately turns it back around. And I don't think Lady Rock was expecting something like that to happen so fast. She probably was at the point where she's like, look, I'm in control. I get what's going on. 1, 2. And it looked like Savannah was trying to block it, but was waiting on it instead. Penny getting in the ring and absolutely getting dropped on her head right there. And Savannah kind of showing you why she's really, really good in the singles division. But again, coming back, it has been probably 5 seasons. So probably that ring rust, the only real action she has seen has been in. Oh, is she going to tap out? Oh, I think she was going to, and I think Lady Rock believed it too, but look at that. Lady Rock delivering the big boot, but Savannah's still able to get back on her feet before Penny. Yeah, you know, it's not for everyone. Like taking 5 finishers, laughing it off it's not for everyone, you know. It's kind of like winning. Winning isn't for everyone. Oh, let's call this the peekaboo ping pong. What is going on? If that's not the end of the match, what is? 1, 2. How did she kick out of that? You start talking about why is the women's division the best? This is why. What is going on? Brian, welcome to the show, brother. Oh, that's another big one. Tried to drop the elbow. Penny somehow found a way to get out of the way and deliver a powerbomb. Penny has got to find a way to get out of this ring. Kylie trying to get back to her feet. I think she got confused on it. Both of them going for a punch. Kylie, though, with the longer reach. So they both spun, but Kylie's reach a little bit longer. Landed on the helmet of Lady Rock. However, because it's a helmet, able to kind of absorb that punch a little bit better and get back to her feet first and get back in control of this match. You can see Cheyenne over there in the corner trying to cheer on her team. But the champions getting in some tags. And look, after the challengers last tag in, I thought that was all over but the crying. Penny, though, back in. Are we going to see the penny dropper? Oh, and what is this? What are these shenanigans? Took that top rope right to the throat. Hooks the leg. 2, 3. And that's what I'm talking about. You saw the champions absolutely get dominated.
And still, Women's United States Tag Team Champions, Ty and Lady Rock. Pretty deadly.
You just watched them get dominated for 3/4 of that match, and then right there at the end, it's like they've got iron faces, you know, like they get hit in the head. They're like, well, one of them obviously does, but it's like they both got them. But one of them gets hit in the head, and then the next thing you know, they're coming out winning the matches. So it's going to be tough to find a way to beat these two. It's going to be tough to find a way to take away their title belts. Like, I don't know that is going to happen for a while. So here we go. The current Universal Tag Team Champions going to be facing off. Title belt's not on the line, but going to be facing off against the third oldest tag team in the TCW, the Maniacs. Maniacs going to come out with a slightly different look. It's pretty much the same, but they'll come out with their new logo and some slightly different entrance attire. So we'll see how that looks. And this one's going to be easy as far as, like, who's going to win, who's going to lose. This one is going to be a little bit easier because we're just going to call it.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 545 pounds, the Movement and SC Junkyard, the Maniacs.
We'll just call it the Maniacs and the SSU. Like, who's going to win there? Get your votes in. Get them while they're hot. Yeah, and if you guys are in the Discord, you saw the thing about the face scans. Not going to be sharing your pictures. If you want your face scanned, I won't even share your face scans unless you want them to be shared. But definitely not sharing your picture. You guys can send the pictures. Your picture's going to be used for the face scan, and yeah, I put mine on there to show you kind of the picture to send. It's got to be kind of from the neck up.
And their opponents, first, representing the Infiltrators, from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 262 pounds, one half of the Universal World Tag Team Champions, Jake the Savage.
Interesting that these two are not coming out together. They typically come out as a team, but here tonight, coming out individually. So that is very, very interesting. What does that mean? Or are they just trying to take a little more time? You know what I mean? They're like, hey, it's SSU time. Let's get some SSU time on the TCW. More than likely what it is 5 people coming out. And the game doesn't like it. So Savage coming out first, the owner, and then the other 4 SSU members making their way down to the ring. Newest member, Blackheart, losing his contract last night to the SSU.
From Blackpool, England, weighing in at 269 pounds, one half of the Universal World Tag Team Champions, Lord Arthur Stevenson.
So the Lord making his way down to the ring as well now, getting ready to get things started. You can see Jay Savage losing about 20 pounds of fluff, but maintaining the muscle. But must be getting on that rice diet, you know what I mean? Chicken and rice. Will that help him, though, gain an advantage in the ring? Remember, he's got a luchador-style background. Even though we haven't seen a lot of that, he's also got where he can go power, uses a lot of the double underhook, a lot of the butterfly-type stuff. But still, when he first got into wrestling, a lot of that luchador background in him. So he does know how to use the ring. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome to the show. And now Milkman in, and we've talked about this a lot. Really thought at one point Milkman was going to end up being a world champion. Kind of had that brief run, and then it just kind of fizzled out. So will we see that come back again at some point? Not really sure. Now, if I was the Maniacs and I was matching up against the champions right here, I would want Milkman kind of matched up against the Lord. I'd want SC Jumpman matched up against Jay Savage. But is R2K, JP, or Blackheart going to play a role in this match? Maniac's not coming out with anybody. And referee kind of taking her time. And both teams getting the tag in. SC Jumpman right now, the fastest big man that we've got. Doesn't have a lot of power moves. Like you would see how big he is and you would expect power moves, but he's got quickness. And probably wasn't exactly what the Lord was expecting when he got in the ring. Like you look at his size and you expect one thing. Now, the Lord very adaptable. And that will fix things with the quickness. You want to slow down somebody's speed, get you one of these. All you need is one of these, and that'll slow you right on down. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. And that should show you the kind of power the Lord has right there. That should show you the exact kind of power that the Lord's got right there. He can turn that match around with the quickness. What is going on, Blaze? Welcome to the show. You guys haven't checked out what's going on over on his channel. He has got the Gift of Gab 5 tournament coming up. He has got the Creators Podcast coming up. There's a lot of things going on over in the LTD. Go check out his channel. Get involved. Become a part of the community. You don't even have to be a wrestler to be a part of the community. Just get over there and do it. Like Nike said, just do it. And that is the jump. Oh, Daddy Mac will make you want to jump. But hits him with the old crisscross. What? Shop-O-Matic coming up right there. What is going on, Brooklyn Jokers? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that is a lot. That's lots of people. Look, JP, brand new Universal Television Champion, just trying to get a couple laps in. You know what I mean? Not wrestling here tonight, so he's like, hey, let me get some of these laps in. Now Savage hooks the leg, 1, 2. And SC Jumpman able to kick out in 2. It is. There's a lot of SSU / TCW stuff going on right now. Milkman getting back in the ring. Jay Savage getting out of the ring. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize that. The referee, seeing JP being distracting, has now kicked him out of this match. So JP out of here, no longer on the side of the SSU. Now Blackheart is still there. And no title belts on the line, so like the double countout's about to happen. Double countout, and the Maniacs, it kind of goes to show you how crazy they really are. Just goes to show you how crazy they are. They're like, whatever, I don't care about the time, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Almost makes you think, if we were going to see another match between these two teams, if the title belts were going to be on the line, you probably need to have it falls count anywhere. There are no count outs. Like, it's probably got to be something along those lines. But double count out, no winners here tonight in that match. Now, kind of something where you would think we're going to be able to kind of sit back, relax, grab some popcorn. Because it's going to be Ashley Perez, Alacron. No titles are on the line, right? But that is not really what's going on here. Because here's the deal. These two are up and coming and want nothing more than to prove their worth. So you know this is going to be a fast-paced, kind of a prove-it match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Jersey City, New Jersey, the All-American Ashley Perez.
And it's kind of funny, we see Recon Delta going away, going back to that kind of darker type character. Moving away from the American attire. We saw GC Rock trying to take on the British attire. Both those guys moved away from it. Then Ashley Perez coming into the women's division, wanting to prove herself in her All-American attire. Is she going to get that foothold here tonight? Is she going to start getting that momentum moving? Or is it going to be Alacron? Is it going to be the little scorpion that could? And there's another lady, haven't seen her in a while, but her tag team partner, haven't seen a lot of tag action from both of them.
Awesome Christina, representing the Toxic Table from the Wasteland, the Scorpion.
But Alacron and Awesome Christina making up the tag team, the Toxic Table. Again, haven't seen them really in a lot of tag team action. I think we've only ever seen them in one match. But right on the back of her shorts there says Victims Wanted. Is Ashley Perez going to become a victim tonight? Is she going to get stung by the little scorpion? Funny, when we lived in Texas, we used to have to check our beds and our kids' beds before we'd go to bed, make sure there's no scorpions in the bed, because sometimes there were. And you could tell right there, Ashley Perez doing her homework, because normally Alacron would have been coming out and running quickly. So Ashley Perez, right when the bell rang, took off, going for that big boot to try to offset what Alacron was going to do. But Alacron seeing it, assessing the situation and doing it quickly, sees it, steps to the side, and then gets in control of the match. Now, you would have expected Alacron to be flying off the ropes and doing all the stuff. You would have expected Ashley Perez to have the power game, but right now, it has been reversed. Will it stay that way moving forward? Because of the ticket buy-in tonight, we will have a podcast where I show you how all of these upgrades happened. You guys want to see, like, I'll walk you through some of it. I'll show you on some of it. Show you some of the other things that are coming. And we will talk about how this relates to the upcoming game as well. There's one piece of information that we are missing, but I keep waiting. When we get that piece of information, we'll really be able to lean into it a little bit more and develop a better plan to cross over into the other game. And look at this, Ashley Perez trying to slow it down. Alacron getting the turnaround. And you can see recovers a lot faster than Ashley Perez. Ashley a little bit more of a power style wrestler. You can see right over there making Lucha Wrestling great again. Lucha is back, and you can see Alacron right there. Dragunov, Alacron, Vipero, Kempty, Watson, and Miguel Morales all on that poster right there. Bringing back the history and tradition of luchador wrestling. And a lot of people get luchador wrestling confused with like cruiserweight wrestling. Yeah, most of them are cruiserweights, but you don't have to be a cruiserweight to wrestle in the style of a luchador. Hooks the leg, 2. And wowzers. So we talked about her being a power wrestler. Like, that should prove it right there. After that big slam, almost getting the 3 count right there. Another just high impact kick right to the forehead. And somehow she kicks out of it again. You can see AC on her side. Yeah, we aren't worthy. You can see AC sitting over there like trying to cheer on her tag team partner. But right now, Ashley Perez firmly in control of this match. What is Alacron going to do to get this turned around? Is she going to be able to get it turned around? Yeah, and that's another thing. Alacron's still fairly new. Still learning, wrestles in a lot of dark matches, which is good. That is starting to get her built up. Ashley Perez, though, getting her in the corner. And, a lot of people would be like, well, Ashley Perez is pretty new. She's new to the TCW, but when you look at her and you look at Sky Scott, they were highly contested independent wrestlers that the TCW got to sign. So coming from the indie leagues, like, they know what they're doing. That's not exactly Alacron's background. Alacron still kind of learning on the job right here. But we've seen her come up with some big wins. We've seen her make some mistakes here and there. But gets better every time we see her. And look, splits her open right there. Is that going to do it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And only a 2 count. Oh. And it is the Scorpion Sting right there. I don't even know. How did Ashley even have the wherewithal to get out? Oh, and kind of a rope-assisted Scorpion Sting right there. And now setting up for it. Huge forearm. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Wowzers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a classic. That was a classic. And Alacron really getting into it right now. Really getting it going. Can she? Oh, Ashley Perez turning around. I was going to say, can she keep it going? Ashley now starting to understand things are going in a bad direction, and that kick might have just done it. And it doesn't do it. Able to kick out, and Ashley Perez is just beside herself right now. I don't think Ashley can believe she even kicked out. Like, there have been 2 or 3 big shots to the head of Alacron, and Alacron still finding ways. That's the 4th big shot. Like, that's not like a straight punch. That is a spinning back hammer. Oh, got her again. Got her again. 1, 2. Oh, she's setting up for it again, but can she get it in again? Is Ashley setting her up? And Ashley sees that coming. Thought she was going to get her with the trifecta. Instead, hooks the leg. 1, 2. What is going on? Smokey, welcome to the show. Now, you wonder why I say we're the best. This is just a match where you're seeing why. 2 fairly newcomers to the TCW just putting on a show, wanting to prove that they belong in the best division in women's wrestling. Ashley Perez coming away with the victory.
Here is your winner, the All-American Ashley Perez.
4-star match. If you were just to look at this match, I mean, like, I was wondering, like, why did management put this match like where they put it at? You know what I mean? Well, now you see why. Never question management. What is happening, Smokey? Welcome to the show, brother. Hey, so these last 3 matches can go down like almost any way you want them to. All 3 of them could have been in any order. All 3 of them could have been the main event. But right now, Totes My Goats will be facing off one-on-one against Blackheart. Blackheart recently losing his contract last night. Management says they're not going to let it go and put him in a match with Totes My Goats here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Warriors from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 258 pounds, Tonyo McGriff.
Totes My Goats now making his way down to the ring. And not exactly sure which way this match is going to go. You got Blackheart, multi-time world champion. You got Totes, multi-time world champion. But a multi-time world champion for the TCW now losing his contract to the SSU. What's going on, Matt Storm? Welcome to the show. And it's funny because it's not easy to like Totes, even in a match like this. Like, not the nicest guy out there. We know that. doesn't exactly want to play by the rules, even though, yeah, is the owner of the TCW, but hired a management team that we don't even know who it is. Never even let us know who it is. We don't know who runs the Outbreak brand. We don't know who runs the Meltdown brand. They work behind the scenes. But we do know Totes has got to feel some kind of way about Blackheart losing last night. And a lot of people might be like, oh, where did that come from? Like, why would Blackheart be in a match like that? But if you look back to the creator of the corporate syndicate, that was Jay Savage. Jay Savage created the corporate syndicate. And in the corporate syndicate was Blackheart. So stopping him from going after Witcher's contract is one thing. Then started looking to the people he had in the corporate syndicate, and the guy he wanted, Blackheart, already has JP. Who does he want next? Blackheart. Goes out, put his best man in the ring, and look, that's what it was going to take. Anyway, you're not just putting anybody up against Blackheart and being like, yeah, we're going to come out with the W. It was a hard-fought match, but Weapon X coming out on top. Now, Totes was the special guest referee for that match, and you could see Totes almost seemed like he was on the side of Weapon X. So Blackheart, it looked like he had the card stacked against him. Blackheart trying to maybe exact a little revenge for that. Maybe he feels like he was mistreated by the owner of TCW, and that's why they're in the match right now. But right now, Totes with my actual face scan on him. It's a little sidebar. What's going on, Jiggles? Welcome to the show. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, it's hard. Like, yeah, I get it. It's still the SSU versus the TCW, but it's still hard to root for Totes. Like, Totes will be doing stuff like he just doesn't care. You know what I mean? But yeah, first shots fired last night, so we will see how that goes down. And remember, too, most wrestlers want to be up in your face, but that is not how Blackheart wrestles. Distance is Blackheart's friend, so he gets a little distance between you and him. You better watch out. That nail in the coffin move can come from anywhere and end your night that fast. Hey, what is going on, Fusion? Welcome to the show. Snuck in there. Didn't even see you. And no title belts on the line, so you can just win this match however you want. You can win by count out. You can win in the ring. You know Blackheart wants to win the ring, but we've seen it. I don't think Totes cares. He'll win however he's going to win. He'll even lose however he's going to lose sometimes. Sometimes he's only in there to deal out punishment. Blackheart hooks the leg and gets a 1 count. Oh, that is a big old slam right there. Blackheart hooking the leg. And you probably think like why these guys go and do pins like early on in matches. I think they're just trying to feel out like, hey, where are they at? What's going on in the match? How's it going to be? Is this guy really going to wait till 2? Is he hurt? Maybe a little worse than I thought. Totes blocking that shot right there and trying to get it turned back around. But again, Blackheart not having it. And that's what he's going to have to watch out for. He's going to have to watch out for that nail in the coffin. Oh, splits him open right there. And you could go back quite a ways, too. During the world run, the world title run, title defenses, title everything, Blackheart and Totes Magotes had a series of matches. Totes ends up coming back out on top. Didn't really have a lot to do with each other since then. In the ring-wise, but will that change moving forward now that Blackheart's contract has been lost to the SSU? Is Blackheart the one that requested this match? I told you, like Totes, it wasn't going. Totes wasn't calling it down the middle. It wasn't a fair match. Matter of fact, Totes getting replaced in the match. Did Totes request this match? One to kind of, because it has been so long since these two have been in the ring, one to kind of gauge Blackheart's skill in the ring today. How much better has he gotten? Does Totes want to take him out? Does Blackheart want to take out Totes? Like, there's so many things, so many different ways this match can go. So many reasons for both of these guys to be fighting. And look, now they're just standing in the center of the ring throwing. Blackheart telling Totes to bring it on. Totes going for the chops. Then chopped right across the jawbone there. This time Totes trying to stop it. He's like, hey. Yeah, Totes like, I'm tired of getting hit. Oh, he says, oh, do it one more time if you can. And, okay. Both these guys, I don't think either one of these guys really know what they're doing at this point. I think they've both been hit so hard. And Blackheart recovers first. Oh, this could be. Oh, Blackheart didn't realize it, but Blackheart's got blood running down, and look at how much that took out of Totes. He was getting 1 counts. Now already a 2.5 count on Totes. Oh, Blackheart's doing it now. Trying to take a page out of Totes' book. Hooks him in. Is Totes going to tap out? I don't know how Totes even got out of that. It looked like he was getting ready to tap right there. Smashes him down yet again, and now Totes applying the Totesification to him. Is Blackheart going to tap out this time? No, Totes lets him up. Wait, what's going on? Lights are out. Lights weren't on and somebody else was home. Blackheart somehow ends up behind Totes. And you can just tell by the way Blackheart comes out that he probably had that in him. That he probably had a little bit of the Undertaker's eeriness in him. I'm not going to call it magic or black magic, but maybe Solo in the back, Jay Savage turning the lights out, allowing Blackheart to get back up to his feet. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh, nail in the coffin. How's Totes even getting back to his feet? That is his finishing move, and Totes gets right back up to his feet, breaks the barrier. Even the referee is shocked and stopped counting. And Totes will just lay out there, I'm sure of it. Like, probably at this point doesn't even care. And Blackheart wins by DQ. But the barrier getting broken. Blackheart's got blood running down his face. Doesn't pin Totes. What is this going to mean for matches going forward in the future? And of course it was high up on the star scale. Like, you had to know it was going to be. No way around it. But what a brutal match. Both guys, you could tell, they got a lot more that they plan on talking about. And you look at how many enemies Totes is making right now. He's like, him and Jay Savage got the thing going on. The Lord's pissed off that Totes put hands on him. I don't think Totes cares. Then Totes going after Blackheart. Like, what TCW members are going to step up and get Totes' back? Right now, it looks like Totes fighting the SSU. You know what I mean? Who is going to step up? Who is going to have his back? And who is going to start fighting also for the TCW? I know we all fight for the TCW. Not saying that, but who is going to step up and take the fight personally back at him? We'll have to keep an eye out on that. But now, something even bigger. The Women's Universal title belt on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's World Championship.
This was the title shot that she was supposed to get at Rage in the Cage against Aussie. Aussie then going on to lose the title belt to Jane. And now Jane, because she is on the Meltdown brand, is able to defend the Universal Women's title belt here tonight against The Witcher. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Matt Storm's got some big plans for that briefcase. But it's like Frankie Two Fingers. When I go to the grocery store, sometimes I'll be the next person in line to check out. And sometimes I just let people go around me. I'm like, oh no, you go, I'm next. And sometimes I just like being next. Right now, Matt Storm is next. So you can see the Witcher of old has returned. But, again, you look at who Jane beat to get, and you can see the brand new Universal World Championship design. Pretty cool, I think. But beating Aussie and now having to face the Witcher to defend the title. You look at the Meltdown champion, Cheyenne. You look at the United States champion, Melinda. You look at who's on that poster on the wall right over there. Here in a second, you're going to see it. Melinda, Witcher, Cheyenne, Aussie, and Crimson.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, the Witch, Tony Cox. And her opponent from Blackpool, England, the Universal Women's World Champion, the Legend Killer, Jane.
So Jane handing over the belt, just beating Ozzy for it, and now again going up against Witcher. But she is called the Legend Killer for a reason. And we've seen both of these women go through kind of a little bit different, yet the same kind of cycle. I would have thought that Jane, yeah, she won the Universal Championship. But I would have thought that she would have been a lot more into winning world titles a lot sooner than she has been. Now, it's been a minute since she has been winning those world titles, but she has been in the universe since season 1. She has been very, very strong when you look at the different mid-card titles that are out there, whether it's the television title or United States title. She has been kind of the one that's taken up that. So if you look at maybe the Tier 1 and then Tier 2, she has been dominant in Tier 2. It's almost what is going on right now with Rapentia. When you look at Rapentia, very dominant in that second tier. There's a third and a fourth tier. So, like, to be dominant in the second tier, that's nothing to shake a stick at. But it hasn't translated into dominance and up into the Tier 1, up into the world title belt. So, Witcher looking to tie a record and become a 10-time world champion here tonight. She would be the second lady. So when we look at the Hall of Legends, that would be a legendary thing. 10-time world champion, that would do it. That would get you a Hall of Legends card. So right now a 9-time world champion, but for Jane really looking to get a solid title defense going, a solid title reign going. So will she be able to do that tonight? But still, called the Legend Killer for a reason, so we're definitely going to see what goes on with that here tonight. And look at this, already bleeding down the side of her face is the champion. Gets up to her feet first, but Witcher dodges 2 different attacks from Jane and able to stay in control and drops her again right on her head. But Jane getting fired up. Witcher trying to call it off. Jane not having it. Takes her, puts her up against the ropes. And this is where if Jane can keep her wits about her, Jane can keep her head about her, and just get back and control the pacing of the match. But does not look like that's what she is trying to do. It looks like she is going for aggression. Looks like she is waking up this morning and she chose violence. And a 2 count right there, and it looked like Jane almost expected to pull out a win right there, but Witcher able to kick out in 2. Oh, last dance of Mary Jane, not quite locked in. Witcher saw it coming, and now Witcher trying to set up the Witch's Brew. Is she going to be able to do it right here? Oh, gets her with, and you know where she learned that from. No longer associated with the Wolfpack, but learning that move from her time, her long time in the Wolfpack. And there it is, the Witch's Brew. Is Jane going to tap out? Do we have a brand new champion and the second 10-time world champion? No, we do not, but it looked like Witcher realized she was not going to tap, so wisely kind of let her up right there. And now attacking the lower body, which has nothing to do with the Witch's Brew, but if you don't have a solid base under you, you can't really pull off the bigger move. So not a bad way to think about it, not a bad way to go, and far be it for me to question a 9-time world champion. And a lot of momentum right there, and you can see the champion really starting to struggle right here. If she doesn't do something soon to get this match back under her control, she is not going to be able to defend this title. And right there, you saw where Witcher tried to speed up a little bit right there, and maybe that was the mistake that the Legend Killer needs. Because now, hooking it in, the last dance of Mary Jane. Oh, that is freaky right there. You got the blood coming down the hair. And the nonchalant pin not working out this time. And now Jane really starting to slow the match down, it looks like, trying to stay in control of the match. And maybe trying to set up another last dance of Mary Jane. You know, maybe just one more time to ease the pain. Throws her into, and look, you can see Witcher was like, hey, hold up. And Jane not holding up, but maybe she should have. Witcher kind of tricking her a little bit, sucking her in and trying to set up. The Witch's Brew gets it locked in, and I don't see how you don't tap when you get locked in the second time. And we have the second 10-time world champion.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal Women's World Champion, the Witch, Tony Cox.
So again, it's one of those things where you make it in. The craziness where you get to make it in the Hall of Legends, Witcher becoming the second. And look, this is on not just the men's side and the women's side. This is on either side. Both sides, we're talking 10-time Outbreak or Universal World Champion, and then a 4-time Universal Women's World Champion. The only other one to even win it twice is Aussie. So, you know, you start looking why we were talking about Cheyenne, we were talking about Aussie. Those are the top two. Really, Witcher may have just edged Aussie out to where maybe Cheyenne's number 3 now. You know what I mean? Witcher sneaking in, doing the business. You see why the SSU would want to come in and take that contract. So, coming down, final match of the night. The main event, the Survival Championship belt on the line. Andrew Dubbs, brutal match last night on the SSU. Johnny C. Chilivok, Dragunov, Simba, and Miguel Morales all in this match. Who?
The following is an Elimination Chamber match. The rules of this match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission. The last superstar remaining following the eliminations will be declared the winner and is for the Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Championship. Introducing the champion, representing the NWO from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Champion, the unpredictable
So Chilliwack, the current survival champion, the one thing we know, because we know in these matches, when you're looking at the TCW Special Series title belts, they do not care who the champion is. You still would have a champion's advantage. Obviously, the survival title belt doesn't have that anyway because you're locked inside the chamber. But the one thing we know is the champion won't be starting from the number 1 or number 2 position. So, and sometimes they do. Really going to get a good look tonight, too, at Dragunov's brand new attire. Haven't seen Dragunov in a while.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Infiltrators from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, the innovator, Andrew Dubb. And introducing the challenger, representing the Infiltrators from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, the innovator, Andrew Dubb.
Fun glitch, a little double introduction there, but Andrew Dubbs, again, in a very brutal match last night against Digital Dogs, getting the win. If you want to see that match, you got to go over to the SSU, watch their last episode to see that. Digital Dogs fighting tonight, able to defend his Universal Hardcore title belt. Can Andrew Dubbs do the same and win the survival title here tonight? You can see ribs taped up, like he has been wrestling injured, and he will continue to wrestle injured. It appears like you cannot keep this guy out of the ring. So
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Mighty Michael Morales.
Miguel Michael Morales, 3M. You know what I'm saying? 3M. Another interesting thing, though, looking back, I take that back. Jaina's won it twice as well. Wasn't able to defend it at either time, but when Cheyenne won that Universal title belt, she actually won it from Jane and then went on that historic 9 title defense run. Other than that, nobody's ever been able to defend it twice. Ozzy defended it once. Liv Morgan, when it was going back and forth with the WWE, defended it twice. Witcher defended it twice. Witcher hasn't had the longest runs either. But will that change this time? Will she be able to get on a longer run and really stabilize the women's Universal title belt? If not her, then who?
And introducing the challenger from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 204 pounds, the King Silva!
Simba now making his way back again. Simba, one of the TCW greats, was gone for a long time, multiple seasons, and then making his return back here. So going into season 8, whenever that happens, which is probably in a couple months, but going into season 8, and we have to wait for one other thing, but if the image count goes up and if the number of cost slots is really at 200, which TCW greats will we see return? There's quite a few out there. You've got like a Danny Lads, Peyton Hardy, Gruning, Father Time. So lots of different people that are out there. Will we see them return? Now, we're not trying to fill up 200 cost slots. I'm going to tell you right now, like you can see at 100, it's hard getting everybody involved in the shows because I don't do a lot of 8-man matches or 4-man matches anymore. So there's times and places for those matches, but again, there can only be one winner. So now getting down, who are going to be the two starting the match? We knew Johnny C would be one of them. So Johnny C starting the match, which could only mean...
Introducing the challenger from Philadelphia, weighing in at 205 pounds, Italian Stallion, Johnny C.
So Johnny C and Dragunov will be starting off this main event inside the Elimination Chamber. And we talk about the outside of the ring being that great equalizer. You want to talk about for realsies. At least on the outside, there's a thin rubber pad. You can see the steel on the outside and the steel grates. You can see the steel plates and the steel grates. They don't move. The only thing that you'll see move a little bit in there is the actual ring itself. You'll see there's a little bit of give there. There's no give in that Elimination Chamber. So things happen and always happen a lot faster. Well, yeah, Bay of Iffy has got to be excited for this. And we have seen a couple different transformations of Dragunov, but this by far is the most drastic.
And introducing the challenger from Asgard, weighing in at 198 pounds, the Superstar!
You know what's funny, and that's really like a podcast question. With the thing us and the SSU were doing, actually we're looking at something like the IEW to grow them faster. But making them basically like that developmental territory was turned down just fine. To each their own. But, so yeah, the answer is yes, but it really would take the right person. It's already hard working with other E-Federations. It's almost impossible. So, yeah, the answer is yes. If it was the right person, we'd have to see. And then if this was my full-time job, I would do it myself. That's how people would get into the TCW. I kind of did it with the TWC, but it was too confusing. It didn't really work. So, but I've got better ways to do it. I've got better ideas to do it. But right now, Dragunov and Johnny C in the center of the ring. Is this new look for Dragunov going to help him out? This is another one of those cases where you look at Dragunov, really kind of one of the legends in the TCW. You got Johnny C, one of the newcomers in the TCW. So how are they going to fight? Like, not a lot of tape on Johnny C. We've seen Johnny do very well. And we've seen Dragunov win a world title. So I'm going to guess Chilavok, the champion, is next. Crushing it. 0 for 1. My perfect record stays intact. And Dubs, again, after that brutal fight last night with Digital Dogs, probably not where he wanted to come out at. He was probably hoping to come out maybe a little bit closer, you know, take at least an extra couple minutes before having to get into the ring with anybody. But you can see, like, he went out, did what he had to do, then kind of stepped back a little bit, let these guys kind of handle some business. And right now, if he can stay in control at a one-at-a-time type of a deal, it would be good. 1, 2. And duck the first one from Johnny, but not the second one. And look at that out there. Look what I'm talking about. There is no give on the outside of the ring. Chilavok now coming out. I would have guessed Miguel Morales. So, but now the champion in the ring at number 4. So defending champion Chilavok, will he be able to do what few have ever done, and that is defend the survival title belt? Yeah, Johnny C, it kind of reminds me a little bit of DeBeast's character, where you forget exactly how good he has done until you see him again. I'm going to guess Simba. Oh! Totally ruined my perfect streak there. So Simba now making it into the match, a 5-way match, which means Miguel will be the last one to enter. The champion sitting down, having a sea breeze. Dubs rolling over Dragunov, 2. And I thought we were just about to have our first. Oh, and look at that. The Italian Stallion getting split open by Simba. Chilavok not really digging it as much as he should have. Now takes Simba into the corner. Dubs trying to stop him there. Getting Dragunov on the ground. Now getting Chilavok on the ground. I'm going to guess Miguel Morales. Nailed it. Now, what's crazy, we see the women flying off this, flying off that. Did you just see that? Andrew Dubs flies, kind of bounces off the other way. Look, he's just standing there now, kind of taking it all in. Just watching some stuff. The next guy misses, and then Johnny C cleans up Dragunov. And Miguel kicks out in 2. But again, you're sitting on the outside of the ring right there. You're sitting in that outside land. That is the fastest way to end your night. There is no give. Look, he threw him in, missed the elimination chamber, and threw him into that steel pole. And Dubs again. Oh, I thought Dubs just going to stand outside again, kind of hanging out. Johnny C rolls up the leg. And only a 2 count. Chilavok and Miguel teaming up on Dubs. And then immediately turning their attention back to each other. Dubs is just trying to find somebody to wrestle. Like nobody, and he gets thrown into it again. Like everybody's like, oh, Dubs is made to get thrown into the steel post. Yes, Queen would say, find me somebody to wrestle. Little falsetto right there coming at you from old Frankie Two Fingers. Break that out on karaoke night. Dubs turning it around, getting back in control, and you want to be in control on the outside. What is Dubs doing? Like, Dubs is climbing up the cage, but I think he's hit that steel post so many times. Johnny C, same way, he's bleeding. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought Johnny C was going to take advantage. Dragunov was like, I don't know why he's getting down, but let me go ahead and lock him in a Dragon Sleeper real quick. Dubs admiring the work of Dragunov. Simba taking on everybody inside. Now Dragunov says, look, if you're going to climb up here, this is what you do. And a huge jump, but he swings and misses. Strike three right there. Simba throwing Chilliwack out of the ring. Remember, Chilliwack, the current survival champion, still nope. And Johnny C's like, hey, why not? Why not me try? Except he lands, no matter how awkwardly he did it, lands the elbow on the back of a kneeling Dragunov. Crowd chanting, this is awesome. And Johnny C, he did this maneuver where you thought like he missed something and he was proud of it, and Dragunov's like just kind of ducked it and grabbed him. Oh, Simba coming through. Oh, but blocked by Chilliwack, and here goes Chili just blocking everybody. And then tries to go for the pin. They're going back and forth, but now the referee no longer even caring about the pins. Did Drag... Oh, he didn't. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Dragunov now hits Johnny C on the outside. And you want to talk about, this is my brutality. This is a crazy, crazy brutal match. Miguel now starting to get it going. Really hasn't got it going yet in the match. Number 6 coming in, but starting to get it going now. Can he get something going against Simba? Totally ducks the flying crossbody of Johnny C. Stays with Simba. Simba, though, recovers. Has him pinned. Not even a 1 count to that. Nobody being eliminated. Look at this. Oh, what is going on here? And Rotro Avalanche SpaghettiOs. Rotro Avalanche SpaghettiOs. That's all I can say. Dragunov now has the champ locked into the Dragon Sleeper. Is Chili gonna tap? No. Dragunov and Chili still going after it now. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And the first elimination of the night is against the champion. So Chili out. We are going to have a brand new survival champion no matter what happens here tonight. Is it going to be Andrew Dubs? Is it going to be Johnny C, Miguel Morales, Dragunov, or Simba? And Johnny C barely kicking out. Looked like he had that Japanadian Destroyer hit him on the outside, which that would have normally just been all over but the crying. 1, 2, 3. And Miguel eliminates the legend Simba. And then there were 4. And Johnny C determined to get that 3 count in on somebody. And Johnny C right now, like from looking like he was in the Air Force, keeps flying high. Now Miguel trying to make sure Lucha is great again. He jumps in. He hits it this time. Dragunov going up for his finisher. Oh, I thought it was the Dragon's Elbow. It is not. It is not, but hooks the leg anyway, too. And Miguel in control on the outside of the ring. Dragunov finally got it turned back around, only to have Miguel stop him, or did he? Miguel unable to stop him, but Andrew Dubs trying to be in position to take advantage when the time is right. Oh, I was going to say, what kind of move was that? I don't know, but Miguel, swing and a miss, double swing and a double miss. And Dubs is on another level right now, going for the pin on Johnny C. 1, 2, 3. And I don't know how Dubs is still in this match. Miguel, I thought he would go for the pin, but Dragunov getting him. Oh, thought he had him in the sleeper, but does not. And Miguel now starting to get on his own little roll right there. Little 2 boots to the face, call him in the morning. Miguel now setting up for his finisher. Oh. Owie. Buttermilk biscuits right there. It will either be Miguel or Dragunov who will be the brand new Survival Champion. Is Miguel going to tap? Dragunov has him locked in. And remember, Dragunov from the number 1 spot, Miguel from the number 6 spot. Dragunov now going up, and this is either going to win him the match or lose him the match. And he hits it. You got to believe it's a, well, I thought it would be a win right there. Yeah, this is awesome. Is Dragunov going to go for the Dragon's Elbow? Oh, Miguel sets him up. And now Miguel, shotgun kick right to the side of the head. And right there testing the metal of Dragunov. Miguel trying to put it away, trying to become the brand new TCW Special Series Survivor Champion, but Dragunov has another idea and hits him right in the coccyx. Hits him right in the coccyx. Now Dragunov thought he was going up top, thought he was taking it up. And Dragunov absolutely wore down, cannot even pick up Miguel Morales. And it's not that Miguel is that much bigger, even though he's probably about 20, 25 pounds bigger than, but still too tired to pick him up. Miguel trying to put the finishing touches on it. Has it hooked. 1, 2, 3. And 3M is your brand new Survivor Champion.
Here is your winner and new Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Champion, Mighty Michael Morales.
Making Luchador Wrestling great again. And look, you can't say that he somehow snuck it from like the 6th position, because he came in, he pinned Simba. He came in, pinned Dubs, and pinned Dragunov. So getting 3 of the 5 pins in the match here tonight. Winning and becoming the brand new TCW Special Series Survival Champion. So, what a crazy show. Lots of crazy things going on here. You guys, if it was the first time, if you didn't see the actual SSU show last night, go back and watch it. Weapon X ends up beating Blackheart in a contract match. Blackheart's contract then going to the SSU. What is Totes going to do in response to that? Don't know. We saw him fight Blackheart here tonight. We saw him lose on a count out, which not really a loss, not really a win, but an absolutely brutal match. But what is the response going to be? Is Totes going to start bringing some more people in that are really fighting in the name of TCW, like all the TCW wrestlers do fight in the name of TCW? Not saying that, but is he going to start forming a team? You kind of see a team from the SSU right now. Or what is the plan? That and more we're going to have to watch out for. But, guys, when you're out there, really appreciate it, Tony. Guys, when you're out there in the world doing your thing, when you're out there in your communities, be a leader in your community. There's too many things that divide the U.S. right now. Like, regardless of the side you're on, use your brain. Come up with stuff on your own. You know, people wasting our taxpayer money, that's bad. I don't care who fixes it. Just fix it. I'm tired of making politicians rich. So let's just use our brain when it comes to stuff like that. If somebody's out there and, you know, they're mean to you, you don't have to be mean back. You could be a leader. Sometimes you have to be. I'm not saying that, but you don't have to be. Your actions, their actions shouldn't reflect your actions. Let that sink in for a moment. If your excuse for being mean to somebody else was they were mean to you, you're also stupid. Like, I'm just saying. Sometimes it is called for, don't get me wrong, but that shouldn't be the reason. There should be reasons. Sometimes people just need to see the way. They need a leader to step up and show them how to act, how to be. Like, could you imagine, like, somebody's mean to you and then you show them that kindness? Some are going to mistake it for weakness. I'm not saying. You can only lead the horse to water. You can't always make him drink. But I guarantee you, and it's happened to me before, where I'm like, wait, what? And I had to think about it, and it kind of changed my way of thinking on some stuff. So I'm just saying, when you're out there in the world, be a leader in your community. This is an amazing community. It's only amazing because of you guys out there, and I appreciate it. So, from everybody here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network to all of you out there, this is Frankie Two Finger saying, peace.